Welcome, Sagittarius, to your uplifting messages. I felt like I did the intro better. Anyways, so we're gonna start with a angel card for the overall message for the Sagittarius all over the world. So we have 7777 commitment, wealth, empathy, promises, commitment, affection, auspicious outcomes. Okay, so you will enter a time of expansion, so begin taking steps toward achieving your ultimate objective immediately. Finances will miraculously improve. Oh, and somebody has their mind set on you. Okay, so don't despair. Things are gonna go in your favor. Okay, so the heart of the matter for a lot of Sagittarius is the Seven of Wands. So for some of you that are going to go through this new change in your life, it's because you've been doing this. You've been putting in the work. You've been putting in the effort. So for others that are kind of looking into your life, it's like they've just seen the work that you've put in and the struggles and the obstacles that are just coming against you. Okay? And all of a sudden, things are going to open up. I want to say like a well, but whatever. Like waterfalls. Open up like waterfalls. That's not an appropriate word. But things are going to fall into place like they're supposed to be. So Seven of Wands, it's about challenges, obviously, that you've gone through. But also it gives you stamina and it gives you courage because that man is standing his ground. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what anybody else says. He doesn't care about any type of challenges that's coming it's or her way, because that person could be a woman. Okay, that person could be a woman with a beard. But anyways, I feel like also you've like altered your clothes. Some of you are like into fashion, but I feel like you've literally altered your clothes to make your life better. I don't know what that means, but I feel like because you've done that, it makes things better for you. Like there's a I feel like when you go shopping, sorry if I seem slow. When you go shopping, you buy the clothes that you want, but when you get home, you find a way to add a little personal touch to them. For whatever reason, I feel like you're adding luck to your clothes. So whenever you go out, you feel yourself in your clothes. You don't feel like you're representing a brand or a company. You feel yourself. Or even if you are representing a company, you make sure that the addition that you put into the clothes, whether it's a sweater, whether it's their boots, rain boots or raincoat. I feel like it's a raincoat. I feel like you're able to add in a little modification on the inside within the seams or anything else like that. Or I feel like the belt energy seems to be coming up again. So I feel like you might be engraving your name into the belts or into your clothes as well. Where, I mean, you don't really want to look a certain way. So I think you are hiding the addition to your clothes. So as you can see, I'm having a little bit of a trouble. I'm having trouble speaking. And for some of you, that could be an issue where the words are not flowing the way it's supposed to because you're getting fucked. So what's clarifying that, or the addition to that Seven of Wands, is I wish to be like you. But I feel like, again, there's a sense where you're not really wishing to be like anybody else. You're just wishing to be able to stand on your own damn 2 feet in that sense. And I feel like, again, for some of you that are like buying clothes or buying shoes, buying sneakers, whatever it may not even be clothes. It could be like computers, buying computers, anything related to technology. I feel like you find a way to be able to add a personal touch to them because you actually respect those. Like you buy items that in which you do respect the company or the brand, and also you might be representing them. So therefore you want to feel like you're part of the group, like you're part of the family, and that you're actually adding value to that connection or to that relationship. It could be a business relationship. Okay. So the focus in that situation for you, Sagittarius, it is the Queen of Swords energy. So first, the Queen of Swords energy is not really an energy that you want to stay in forever, because she's pretty bitter. Okay, she could get nasty with her words. So because of that, because she knows that she can be butthurt, because I feel like there's a sense of having to like get back up again from being beaten down, from being insulted, from feeling like you are a failure. Because come on, this person has pretty much fallen off that mountain, or I don't know if it's just a huge ass rock. Okay, so 7 is an impair number, so you're not really able to stay on that tip for that long. You're gonna have to get off to take a break, one, but also, like, do you see how many wands there is? The wands represent people. At some point they're gonna have the advantage here, and they will be able to make you fall, unfortunately, because it's fire energy. If it was another energy, maybe you could like talk your way out of it, but here they are kicking your ass. They're kicking your ass. They are punching your ass. They're making sure that you get off that pedestal that you've got, because I feel like it's a level that you've achieved, but it's still kind of rocky, right? It's rocky, but you're trying to get here to the Queen of Swords energy on your own. And it's, even though like I don't like the Queen of Swords to be portrayed in that way where she's like the widower, so that means like she's dried as fuck, in a sense where like I've cried all the tears that I've needed to cry, and now I'm just going through the motion. But I feel like there's something here about, there's a call to would that be that call to action? I feel like someone has been a single for a very long time, and they actually are willing to mate. Sorry, I feel like that's the appropriate word. And I feel like there's a sense where you might be your own enemy here. You might be your worst enemy. You might be your own block. Like, you could be getting yourself off of your pedestal here for whatever reason. And there's a sense of needing to reach a higher level of understanding, or just reaching a higher level of connection with other people, where it's heart connected. I feel like it's like a natural rhythm, like a heartfelt connection. And there's a sense of you haven't reached the ground. You haven't reached the ground that you're supposed to reach at this time. Okay. And but also the Queen of Swords could be very judgmental against herself, because sometimes this could be like fighting off suitors with the I wish to be like you. I feel like maybe you are attracting people that are wanting to achieve the success or some type of achievement that you have, some type of status that you have. And maybe you feel like it's kind of difficult to meet someone on the same level as me, so I'm gonna maybe step out or detach from whatever this is, because you might think that there's a lot of people that are just similar. They just think the same way, they do the same way, they do things the same way, they have the same type of mentality that you may not agree with to that extent, because what's clarifying this is I'm not available. But I feel like the reason why you're putting that bitch face on that I'm not available is it's because you're not impressed. You're definitely or not. The positive aspect of this is the High Priestess energy. So you're giving off the reason why you are not allowing, you are attracting so many suitors or certain type of opportunities that usually other people may not be available to or interested in. It's because you have this mystery energy, the High Priestess. So the keywords are intuition, sacred knowledge, the subconscious, a divine feminine, trust yourself, sensitivity, purity, high morals. Okay, so also here, this is something I didn't think about when you look at the High Priestess. this energy of the intuition. But of course, the balance of opposites is something. I feel like I read something else. The balance of opposites is very like much. It's making sense with the two. You bring one to the one, especially when the Seven of Wands could be your energy, Sagittarius, and that focus could just be the others that are focused on you. Okay, so even though they could see the energy of you wanting to reach a higher ground, or that you already at a higher ground and things seems to be moving at an easy pace for you, you used to be the Seven of Wands. You had to like fight. You had to, yeah, you had to stand your ground. You had to like push yourself through the door, and then now you feel like you have to push out some bitches out of the door. So what's clarifying this is the leader. As a born leader, you can truly bring out the best in others by guiding them and inspiring them. So I said with the High Priestess energy, there's a sense of mystery, whether it's in the I'm not, because that's not the appropriate word, in whatever area hopefully I'm saying it right, area that you're working in. I'm not getting the proper word. There could be a sense where people are trying to get in, but they don't know how to. And you seem to be someone that has probably done it in a way that's never been done before. Or your uniqueness attracts people to want to try it out. But also they are able to see the leadership energy that's just... You're giving off that energy, sorry. As a born leader, you can truly bring out the best in others by guiding them and inspiring them. But at the same time, I feel like you could be giving out advice like you need to follow your intuition. You need to follow your own instinct, because everyone is supposed to be able to follow their own path, and they've been provided with a certain set of qualities to be able to get there. Okay, but again, if some people are trying to get into your chambers without permission, certain things are going to shut down. There are a lot of traps that you can put in or put out so that your information is safe and secure. And the reason why I say that also is because of the advice. There's an aspect of the advice where it says spill tea, secrets exposed, gossip spreading, leak information, oops, it's out. I feel like you had to deal with that information. I feel like you had to deal with this kind of energy, the spill tea. And now you don't really trust everyone. You don't trust people to have your back. You feel like people are just pulling information out of you to be able to, maybe for their own success. Like, it doesn't have to be devious, like, but with the Seven of Wands energy, you're trying to not add enemies to your list, because I mean, who wants that? So I feel like now you've reached a certain level where you're able to hide certain things about yourself, and you're not doing that because you don't want to share. Because some of you, maybe you're like very standoffish and you're very detached from other people, so you don't really care to talk, so like you don't really care to be the teacher that you can be, or you don't really want to present yourself as being so accessible. Okay, so the negative aspect to the situation, or what you should learn, is the Four of Wands. So some of you need to learn to open up. So there's homecoming, friends, weddings, celebrations, family, community. But since this is in a negative position, let's see that. Leaving home, moving out, arguments, lack of support, home conflicts, transience. I don't know what that word means, but I will search it for next time. Anyways, so I feel like also for some of you, you're kind of taking a break from work, or from whatever that you've been doing that's been redundant, or where you felt like I'm not able to get to the point where I want to go because I'm getting whatever. I'm getting cornered, or I'm getting fucked in a way that I don't want to get fucked. And then there's a sense of kind of not moving away, but taking a break to be able to bring clarity into your life. Okay. And because of that, there are some secrets that has been revealed to you. Maybe about your family, about your life, about certain things that you may have done in a way that wasn't supposed to have been done. Like you were misled in a way. So because the 4 of Wands is about revealing some shit. It's about revealing things. It's about opening up. So there's a sense of you needing to open up to new ways of doing things. And let's say every year you go on vacation, or is it spring break already occurred? Whatever. Let's say it's spring break or any type of regular vacation that you do with your family or by yourself. There's a sense where you always go to the same place because you like comfort and you like familiarity. But I feel like there's a sense of you needing to open up to doing something different, because there's something that you need to understand about yourself that might have been obscured. And the reason why I say that is because of that 7 of Cups energy and the 6 of Cups. There's something about the past. Like this someone has been in this foggish energy for a very long time, and you could be confused about your own kids as well. There's a sense of being confused about your own sexuality based on something that occurred in the past as well. And maybe some of you are thinking about going to therapy with your partner or by yourself to be able to make sense of what's going on, because I feel like with the yellow energy, once you start opening up about some things that occurred in the past that was pretty, I feel like, that marked you in a way. It could be positive, but for some it's negative. Okay. Because we do have the backstabbing card here. And the only thing here, I was looking at the color, the purple color, that there's something about the past that you need to let go of with the 4 arrows, and also with the purple hair energy, because purple is usually about royalty, but it's also related to death. So there's something that needs to be put to rest or needs to end altogether. And I feel like you'll have to go back. It's almost like you'll need to put your finger directly into the wound to be able to start healing, because it's been there for a while. It's almost like it's an overdone situation. It's like it needed to be dealt with from the get. So what's clarifying the 4 of Wands energy, okay, is the fact that you'll have to revisit. You'll have to go over that situation once more because you didn't get the whole lesson. It could be a death in the family that you haven't dealt with appropriately. But I feel like there's a sense where once you open up, I feel like there's going to be new energy that's going to occur because of the blank pages. Things being blank, newness of the heart, something new happening. Like things are going to unfold in a way that you didn't realize that you could have done that by kind of addressing the issue, addressing the elephant in the room. But yeah, something is going to be released once you do open up. The advice is the Strength card, which talks about showing courage to yourself, or being courageous in addressing certain things that should have been dealt with, things that should have ended, because it should have went through either you would have let it go to clear space for new, or that energy, because I feel like it could be related to sexuality or related to confidence. It could also be related to your hair. Maybe you've cut your hair some type, I don't know, at some point you cut your hair. Maybe you're the kind of person that just grows their hair very long and you cut your hair, and all of a sudden certain things started to change in your life, and you're like, why? You're trying to figure out why, because it's kind of giving me like the strength card could be related to that what is it, Samson story in the Bible, right? About the guy that thought he could do whatever he wanted or sleep with whomever he wanted to sleep with, and it kind of backfired in the end. And the only thing that helped him is the fact that he was able to kill a bunch of enemies. Okay, but I feel like there's a sense of control, having control and letting other people have control. So some of you might explore sex in that way. At the same time, I feel like someone realizes that a specific information, like I feel like once upon a time, I feel like it's related to that person. Once upon a time, someone got through your secret stash and they brought up a piece of information, note, memo, and that shit was juicy as fuck. So they thought it was a good thing to spread it out. And I felt like it might have happened more than once, but at some point you decided not to give your power away and actually decided, you've actually known that this was going to come out. So you decided to get ahead of it and decided to be, it could have been you being in a closet or anything like that. But I feel like it's something that hurt your pride in a way that you had to go through a transformation period in your life. You might have colored your hair, you might have done something differently as well. But I feel like you're and it could be someone close to you, but I feel like you're getting ahead of it. Some of you are getting ahead of it by, it could have happened or it could be happening now, or it will happen, where you are actually spilling the tea on your own self instead of having someone have control of the narrative. Okay. I feel like, again, there was this energy of being on the mountain, like some type of ritual that has occurred or that will occur, where it's like from generation to generation, but there's a sense of just like there's a tiny bit of magical energy that was added, like, because I feel like it's a ritual that's been passed down from generation to generation to be able to bring about changes in the world in a way that we've never seen it before. But it seems that and it could be a specific family that is a family that's kind of like, that has been provided with that task, like their homework on this day, on this time, you have to do this ritual, and it brings changes in the generation. There could be some type of forgiveness also that's occurring for the past, for the present as well, and the future. But there's a sense of adding this little piece of the present to whatever ritual that has been done in the past. It's almost like you're adding it into it, especially if it's within a family or within a specific within a group of people, where whenever they add on, something changes in the world, either in their own family, in their own city, country, or so on. But it intensified with each month or each generation. Okay. At the same time, there's a sense of, if you're not feeling as hopeful or courageous, I feel like there's a sense of you being able to start with the smallest thing that you can change in your life that has been mundane, redundant, like you've kept doing the same thing over and over again, and you felt bored, or you felt like things weren't going anywhere. And I feel like you're gonna be led into a path, the Seven of Cups energy, you're gonna be led into a path where things are going to change, okay? Or things are going to change. And there's a sense of having to do that spring cleaning because it's gonna clear out any energy from the winter. There's been some information from the winter perspective. It doesn't matter where you are, but you could, check, you could check the the opposite hemisphere, where some information or some energy of needing to go a certain way, direction, guidance, that was not clear. And some people decided to go for it and other people did not. Okay? Other people did not. And some people are getting the benefits of, because this is kind of, it's an emotional direction. I want to go this way. And this could also talk about being divinely guided to go in a direction. Okay, so this could just talk about finding your own tribe or finding your perfect home. It could be just as mundane as this, but it's because you've decided to show courage in a way that you've never done before. Because some people could be having issues with the smallest things, right? You could have issues with fear of the unknown, issues with fear of whatever, there's so much fear, type of fear. But I feel like because you are willing to take center stage or to actually go in a direction that you've never done before, that things are going to change in a way that's never been done. And there's a sense of showing your teeth here, energy. But I feel like there's something that you're hiding about yourself, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, that once it shows, it's going to change things. But people are going to feel like, why are you eating all that meat for? Amen.